Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We are taking the Carnival exclusive LR Metacooler into ESBR. We're going to see how he does here. One of the major downsides about this man being here, however, is he needs to build up to get going. He only needs to be hit 4 times. However, ESBR does a lot of damage nowadays, so yeah, it's a little bit of a risk. So we've gone the Wii straight away. We're taking the majority of the attacks we are taking. We do have type advantage against, so he won't take that much damage. He has 178k at the start of the turn. So yeah, the Whis is the play here. I mean, when you start a new fight and the Metacooler is there, you're probably going to want to pop an item just to make sure he can build up a lot more safer than, of course, without. He is super attacking first, which means he will raise his defense by 30%. But even so, you can't risk being super attacked, like, from every single angle as soon as you start in ESBR, starting into a first fight, especially on a unit that needs to build up. So he should be fully built up already. I'm pretty sure he took like 4 or 5 attacks immediately, so he should be good to go straight away, which is great. It does mean you don't have to take a while to build him up. So after like turn 1, maybe like at the beginning of turn 2, he's ready to go immediately, which is great considering how short of a time you're in each fight for. Yeah, him needing to build up his passive is a little bit risky. So I mean, turn 1, you immediately probably want to use an item like a Whis or an Icarus just to make sure you're actually getting him built up while minimizing the amount of damage you take as possible. So that was actually a pretty good start, but that can be, in fact, that is probably his only downside when it actually comes to ESBR. It's just you need to building him up. Like that's probably his only downside, is you need to build him up, which I say can easily be countered just by popping an item like just immediately, and especially an item that covers 2 turns, again like a Whis or an Icarus. That way the second one, if you do decide to bring a 200% lead where you run dual LR Metacoolers, they can both have that kind of safety net while they build up. And considering how many attacks enemies do in ESBR and how many enemies you face, then building them up literally in 1 turn will probably happen the majority of the time, unless you have like one of those slot 2, slot 3 moments where no one's literally attacking, or like 1 or 2 attacks are coming your way, which even then, he still would be built up halfway with an item active. So there is that. Obviously, you don't want to run him in slot 1 like I did, but of course, since there was no attacks in slot 1, it was safe to do that and build him up after the super, which means he had even more defensive coverage. This is probably still going to hurt a little bit. I don't know. I mean, that should be the normal thing we're seeing when part 3 begins, when he gets his EZA. So my cooler, yeah, he has 305k defense and type advantage. Yes, we put him in slot 1, but again, he has 305k defense at the start of turn and he has type advantage. He's fine there. Unless he gets supered, double digits. I mean, 108 damage is still very good. I mean, fully built up, 200% lead, no item, type advantage though. He's taking nothing on basics, which is exactly what we want to see. And he's doing 3.1 million damage with type advantage, no crit, which is also what we want to be seeing. However, actually no, this one has 5 enemies? 4. He has no type advantage here. He has type disadvantage on Vegeta, so this could be a risk. I am tempted to float one of them off and have 1 on rotation and 1 floating, just because that seems like a better thing to be doing. Now, because I want him to build... Okay, he gets the super before he gets hit, which is good. He will raise his defense, which is good. So, I think I'm just going to go over Whis again, just to make sure we can tank as best as possible we can, while also getting... Is that 4 attacks? Yeah, he'll fully be built up after this turn. And that's the friend cooler, so he does have some extra defense, along with the Whis active, because he has a dupe. We'll just take these. We'll give... We'll target the Goku. No 18 key with Metacooler, unfortunately, but that's fine. As long as he raises defense, which of course he raises it by 30% on both 12 and 18 key, doesn't really matter which one we're getting. Obviously, it would have been nice to do more damage, but right now I'm just more concerned with building him up and making sure he's good to go for the rest of the fight, considering there is 4 enemies rather than just 2. That does mean, of course, we're going to defeat them quicker, but it does mean there are more attacks coming, which means in all we can take quite a lot of damage, especially with how many times each of them are attacking. So there we go, we get to raise our defense once. I mean, he is a Fizz type, so he does have 5 additional anyway, and the friend one has a dupe, so an additional super would make me feel a little bit safer. which he is getting. Fantastic. Bit of extra damage done, so it kind of makes up for the fact he didn't get his 18 key off. But more importantly, he has raised his defense by 60% in total. And as an item active, he still took quite a lot, but to be fair, that was literally the first initial attack he's taken with an item active while having type disadvantage. So tanking that for like 250k with no build up is actually not bad. Not to mention my cooler's on rotation, which means we've recovered the majority of that 200k health we literally just lost. Or at least half of it. So we still have the Whis active. Now mine has to start being fully built up. Mine has 250k defense right now. Because of the transformation. Actually, no, he isn't getting that boost. Actually, isn't it both Wicked Bloodline and transformation boost? Or Terrifying Conquerors and transformation boost? Yeah, he's given 2. That's why mine's got extra defense. That's why I brought him along, is because of that extra support he gets. So 250k defense at the start of turn. No build up. He's actually the better slot 1 option right now. So we have a Whis active. He's taken a few hits. None of them are type advantage against us, which is good. However, I'm still a little bit nervous. But then again, as I said, we do have a Whis active, so there is that. And he's already taken... The friend Metacooler took 250k post-super while having type disadvantage. I think we pop in Icarus just to make sure he can build up his passive as safe as possible, considering there's like, what, 3 attacks in slot 1, and I'd rather not risk him dying. We'll start bullying Raditz with the Metacooler, not the Metacooler, the Final Form Cooler, and then we'll go back to attacking you with the Transforming Cooler. I can't wait to see what they do for his EZA. I mean, now I'm definitely glad I popped in Icarus as well, because he's been super attacked in slot 1. Yeah, takes nothing. Again, as long as you're using items sensibly around this Metacooler in terms of building them up, you should have no worries. You know, don't listen to those guys on Twitter like, oh my god, you use items? Yeah, it's part of the game, my guy, like, you know. It's part of the game. It's okay to use items, unless you're doing a no item run, which by all means, you do you be. But like, don't forget, items are part of the game. Items are going to help this guy in ESBR build up as safe as possible, and then after turn 1, as I said, considering how many attacks happen during ESBR, and how many enemies there typically are, you can build up LR Metacooler literally in 1 turn and he's ready to go. You could also possibly build him up before he even super attacks, which means he's maximizing his damage, you know, literally in turn 1. You put him in slot 1, you pop an item, maybe even 2. This guy's ready to go, like, immediately, and he'll do as much damage as he can on your super attack, because he would have built up before he's even supered. Obviously, ideally, you want him supering then to be hit, but as I said, if you want him to build up, like, quickly, just pop like a Whis. You know, depending on how many attacks there are, if he has type disadvantage, maybe put him in slot 1. You know, if there's more attacks in slot 2, even better, because then you have a Whis active, you can super attack, raise the defense by 30%, then take all the damage, or then take all the hits. Yeah, just pop an item, and then this guy is good to go. And Nappa is about to get... Actually, no, not Nappa. We're going for Vegeta with that type of advantage with full power freezer. Then we'll switch over to Nappa and we'll attack you with the transforming freezer as well. Still have an Icarus active as well, so we still have a little bit of extra coverage for the EZA tech transforming freezer, but he will super before he gets hit, even though Vegeta may actually be dead by the time we get there, because of how much damage this is going to do, and any potential additionals might be coming. No additional, I mean, that's fine. But so far, even though that's kind of his one kind of downfall in ESBR, which isn't really even proven to be that much of a problem, as I said, because of, you know, using an item, making him build up that quickly. Not to mention, because we are running dual LR Metacooler leads, he does heal whatever damage we've lost, and having 2 of them means we're recovering 20 to 30% HP on average between both of them. So we're recovering the majority of the health we lose, which is fantastic. So we have 251k defense, no item active. I don't want to use an item, but I am tempted to use one. Yeah, this isn't ideal. I mean, actually, no, we have 333k defense. Oh, we have Big Bad Bosses active. Oh, that's great. Over 300k defense because we have Big Bad Bosses active. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. Now we're going to attack you. We're going to get some health back as well because of the same type orb. So we've actually had quite a decent amount of healing. Not a whole lot from the orbs, but all in all, we've had some great healing. So no item active. Double digits before even super attacks, which is fantastic. Bear in mind, again, mine is at 55%. So the fact he is tanking for double digits before he supers. Even with type disadvantage, he's tanking for double digits and 100 damage is fantastic. But no, pre-super tanking for double digits is really good. I mean, 300k defense, just over 300k defense at the start of turn is great. But yeah, he's doing really, really well. Being able to defend that well, pre-super where he gets the defense buff, along with all the healing he's going to be applying to you, especially again if you're running the Wicked Bloodline 200% lead and running dual LR Metacoolers and having an abundance of healing coming every single turn. Yeah, the stuff he offers to this team and any, like even Terrifying Conquerors, even on the 170 leads, the stuff he offers to the categories he goes on is honestly fantastic. Defends great, good damage output, constant infinite healing. He's very good. He is very, very good. I'm gonna pop. Actually, we're not gonna get the Dokkan attack this turn. I'm still gonna pop the Usher. We have quite a few items left. I'm gonna pop the Usher. I know that seems kind of a waste because of I should have attacked Goku. That was silly. That was silly. I completely forgot there was a Goku like on this fight. I should have attacked Goku with Frieza so we could have got a crit off. Oh, that's fine. We're going to get a Dokkan attack in a minute anyway, which is, you know, going to do ridiculous amounts of damage on everyone, especially if I leave it to LR Final Form Cooler. Like, the damage he does on a Dokkan attack and then he does, like, 3 extra super attacks is honestly insane. So it's fine. We also have I mean, he's literally just absolutely obliterated Trunks, so maybe it doesn't really matter, and he critted, so he basically did what he was going to do to Goku regardless. But I also completely forgot about his revive, which, of course, his revive is ready to go at any time. It's just he has to die. So do you know what? I'm actually tempted to see if we can get it off, just to get it off. Yeah, it's just shy of 200k at the start of turn. Are we gonna get the Dokkan attack as well? I think we are. Yeah, we are. If we survive this, I'll be pretty shocked. However, if we die, it will most likely be because of LR Metacooler, which means we can get the revive off. He's being super attacked straight away. The revive is happening. The revive is happening. I finally got the revive off. But he does take 800k on a super with no build up and no super attack done. So yeah, he will stay tight. That's what I mean. That's kind of his only downside. Of he can take quite a bit of damage with no build up, but that's kind of obvious. You know, you do kind of want to avoid damage turn 1, maybe even turn 2, and let him build up first, or at least super attack then build up, or just do the simple thing, which is pop an item, and then he'll be fine. But we got the revive off, and okay, I'm here for this. I'm here for this. I am here for this. This is good. This is good. We don't even need to use an item here. We can't actually, can we? Can we? Because we're going to get the Dokkan attack on full power Frieza. We are just about going to get his 18 key, which means Goku is about to get mollywopped. Not Frieza, the LR Metacooler is also going to super attack before getting hit, which means he will raise his defense. This is a good turn. This is a very good turn. Yeah, you do that. You super attack the Golden Frieza with all his damage reduction. What I love about Metacooler's revive, yes, it's a little bit finicky because depending on what happens, he has to be the one to take the KO attack, which is fine considering you know, there's no extra conditions you have to hit like you are Goku or SSBE. He doesn't recover a portion of your health. He recovers all of it. That's what I love the most. He recovers all of it. So like, as long as you set him up to die, which obviously you never want to do, but in this case you do. As long as you set him up to die, the revival coming off is very easy, considering you can literally get it off turn 1 of him appearing. Literally, as long as you set him up to die and try and plan it that way. Yeah, some outside factors may mean that won't happen, but as long as you set him up to die, the revive will come off. He'll recover all of his health. Frieza literally just annihilated everyone. Literally, that's set up so nicely. But yeah, there we go. There is the LR Metacooler, the Carnival exclusive LR Metacooler against ESBR. He done really, really well there. Really, really well. It's not difficult to build him up whatsoever. You can be caught, but as long as you're sensible of where you're putting him, you know, not just in slot 1. Unless you pop an item like a Whis in slot 1, he should be good to build up like immediately. He builds up quickly because of how many attacks there are. Yeah, it's almost not even a problem. You know, I said, as long as you're sensible of where you're putting him and where you're popping items as well, especially if you are going to put him in slot 1, he will build up almost immediately, ready to go. Over 300k defense on his 200% lead, tanks everything for double digits, especially once he supers, but even pre-super, tanking for double digits. he is amazing. He's very, very good. And that extra layer of versatility you have to team building now, I'm all here for it. The infinite healing is great. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. And peace.